I like to include a little spooky in my tours, which is why I found the perfect combination. Minneapolis Trolley Tours does this amazing candlelight ghost tour that you have to check out. It's an extremely immersive experience. It's a trolley trip that starts out at a haunted mansion, traveling around Minneapolis locations exposing ghost stories that the public and business owners would rather left untold. Then a tour of the aforementioned haunted mansion where ghosts of past residents from the 1800s reside, plus a lot of surprises to discover. Next, experience Gertrude's After Hours. Did I mention Gertrude is the mansion's most famous ghost? Maybe she'll show up. And you finish up the tour at Gertrude's Lounge in the haunted basement of the mansion with refreshments and Q&A. The trolleys are climate controlled and the mansion is restored to perfection. Check out MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for more information.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Brett Johnson. Look for cloudy skies tonight with a low around 34, Thursday cloudy with a high near 45, and Friday partly sunny with a high around 51. Experience a great atmosphere with great music at Crooner's Supper Club. Explore the shows at croonersmn.com. Stop by Maggie's Lounge before or after your show for cocktails and light fare. Open Wednesdays through Sundays at 4:30. No tickets needed. Again, that's Maggie's Lounge at Crooner's Supper Club.
Portions of the following program may be pre-recorded.
The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host, guest, random reptoid, or chupacabra may not necessarily reflect those of AM 950 Radio, its affiliates, or its sponsors. Now, it's time to step into the unknown. There are things people experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in the corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us. Share your story, share your experience, because this isn't just your story, this is our story. This is GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun.
And this is GhostBox Radio on AM 950, where every night we talk about the paranormal, ufology, Bigfoot, and so much more. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you very much for joining us on this one question reading Wednesday. What a busy day it's been for me. I'm just going to be honest. It's been a very busy day. Just prior to this, we had Ghost Stories and Beyond over in Anoka. We'll talk about that in a second. Also wanted to say hello to Adam in Eden Prairie tonight. How are you doing?
Doing well, sir. My favorite night of Ghostbox is this one question reading night. Absolutely love it.
Very much so. Very much so. Tonight we had before we bring on Deb, tonight we had Ghost Stories and Beyond in Anoka. We had a pretty healthy turnout, which was great because at first it wasn't looking that way. And we had a special guest, Renee Valois, with us. And Renee had been on the program before. And her book that she had that we talked about was Collected Spirits, Life with Ghosts, Guardians, and Guides. And there's a point that she was asking people, tell us your ghost stories, which is funny because that's really what Ghost Stories and Beyond is. And one of the people are talking about not one but two relatives of theirs that were carrying a child that they didn't know they were carrying. Okay. And so that's like, well, what's interesting about that? Well, first of all, I was able to throw out my ringer here because the woman said, the woman who was pregnant thought it was a tumor. So halfway across the room, of course, I had to yell out, "It's not a tumor." How many times, Adam, can you say that? Like really say that, in conversation?
That's probably the first one I've ever heard in my entire life. Congrats to you for actually being able to use it.
I was so happy with myself, and that really is more of a sadder commentary, I think, on a lot of things, to be perfectly honest. And then so the woman who told the story, because we're all just like, wait, they didn't know they were pregnant, whatever. Okay. She's like, yeah, try to top that story. Well, the waitress comes down and they're like, okay, do you have a ghost story? And she's talking about she's native. She's talking about her grandmother, great grandmother or great grandmother, who was blind, and they had to, be careful, like making sure that she could, move around correctly and stuff without being, without getting hurt. She's blind and all that. And then she's like, then we found out she actually wasn't blind, and that she just wanted the attention, basically. And I ran over to them, and I said, she was able to top your story, and so that's ghost stories for you. Yeah. So,
Lord, how do you have the audacity to pretend that you're blind?
I don't know, but man, that was funny. I was like, wow, okay. None of them had to do with ghosts. None of that had to do with ghosts. I don't even know what we're talking about. I don't know how we got there, but we certainly did. So whatever. And Savannah in the comments quickly says, will you guys do that event again? We do Ghost Stories and Beyond the first Wednesday of every sorry, I'm reading the comments. I should actually focus on doing the show. The first Wednesday of every month. So come on out there, because we have Renee Valois in the audience. She was the one speaking tonight and said, yeah, those are crazy stories, and they didn't even involve ghosts. Absolutely. It is our favorite time of the week. I am so excited. I was really worried because they canceled their lives yesterday because they were not feeling well, but they made room for us tonight. I have with me tonight Psychic Medium, Refined Divine. Deb is here, and Dave coughing in the background, of course. Well done.
We are still recovering. He always knows when to put that cough in there, doesn't he?
Right. You know, it makes for professional radio for sure. So what is new with all of you? We chat back and forth, but I truly do I'm so excited when you both are on. I really enjoy this a lot.
Yeah, we love a ghost box too. We wouldn't miss this unless we absolutely have to. We hate missing. It's always something that we always really try to make sure that we do. But I'll tell you, yesterday I just was not myself. And
No.
when you're just not feeling well, you just can't channel like you should, and you shouldn't either. It's all about the frequency level that you're in when you do channel. And so today I woke up this morning and I was feeling a lot better. My body is feeling better, not so stuffy, and really feeling a lot better in my head. So I was like, oh, perfect.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. And it's interesting how also, at least up in the Twin Cities, I feel like weather really plays such a part in it. Like today was just gloomy and crappy. It was rainy. It wasn't like horrific, but it was bad enough. I don't know, Adam, if you felt the way, but it affected my entire day personally. I just forget it.
Well, there's also an energetic shift happening. Like the retro Mercury grade is really kicking everybody's butts. The pressure, and like people are just really annoyed, like out in public too. I noticed like a lot of agitation happening, and I'm just like, geez, people, breathe.
This is funny. This is funny that you bring this up. So yesterday or the day before, I stopped to get gas for my car. And so I'm at the Quick Trip, which I very much frequent, especially back when I was doing the show at the station. I'd stop there literally every night for a snack. It's amazing. I don't understand why I keep gaining weight. Anyway,
that stuff is full of trans fats, right? And that makes us fat.
No, I'm full of trans fats. And we stopped and I got gas and I went inside the Quick Trip to get something to drink. And I come on, there's this big truck. And I don't mean big truck like yours, where it's actually a functional vehicle. This is like a pickup truck that they put into a beam and it just like was made bigger. It just,
yeah.
There's no excuse for a truck this size, in my opinion. And, I get back to my car. It is butted right up to my car because clearly they needed like 15 gas pumps to be, for whatever reason. And the guy looks at me and he goes, there's plenty of parking over there. And I said to him, well, thanks, but I actually got gas beforehand, if that's all right with you. So I mean, it was a very pleasant exchange, as you can imagine. And it's kind of to your point. There are people out there that are, it's just there's like an aggression. And Savannah asks, is there something going on astrology-wise to cause the annoyance? And you're just kind of mentioning that with Mercury retrograde, and we're getting closer to the end of it. It goes to like what, April 8th or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're just going through it, and we're going to be coming to the end of it towards the end of the first week, and it's going to feel a
Yeah.
lot better, and it's going to lift up off of us. So the whole reason for the shift is that we're supposed to go get rid of anything that is still ruminating inside of us that needs to be released. So a lot of
Mm.
past energy it really comes to a head, and so we get aggressive and we get agitated because we don't want to deal with it as humans. And so when retrograde goes through, we just be literally agitated humans. You're welcome for not swearing there. Agitated humans throughout, the retrograde, and then when the retrograde lifts, we're back to normal. But if we didn't go through and release what we were supposed to during that transitional time, then we have to go through it again.
It makes me wonder if this has anything to do then with the message I sent to you yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
For sure. Yeah. Uh-huh. And so,
Interesting.
whatever needs to happen for us to heal and release and let go is going to come to us and trigger us, because we'll attract to us whatever needs healed. And whatever that might be, people will play a role in that triggering so that we can heal and release whatever needs to be released before that retrograde takes place. And then by the end of it, we'll release it. And I'll tell you, we almost were late getting on tonight because of all of that.
Yeah.
Stuff that we're releasing as humans, I and Dave, and transcending. And so it's just about understanding that but let's get rid of all the old stuff, come into the new person we are, and move forward with our energy.
Yeah, no, that's great. And it's it's one thing that a number of people have told me, if you have like important deals that you need to make, or you have like big conversations that you want to have, communication is pretty crappy at the moment. So just, hold off if you can, because more than likely both sides are not going to completely understand, or there's going to be a miscommunication somewhere. And so if there's something that can wait, you may want to do so.
Yeah, or have the conversation so you can just get it over with during the retrograde.
And there's that too. But me being a coward, I'd wait. I'd push it off, just because it's just like, I don't communicate well in the best of times. So I'd much rather have the deck stacked in my favor, perhaps. I don't know. So it is One Question Wednesday. Psychic Medium Refined Divine is here for us so that she can answer questions that you have. But let's just go through the basic rules so that we all understand what we can and cannot do tonight. I don't mean to be teacher over here, but we just want to make sure that this is handled correctly. What Deb will do tonight, if you have questions about money, relationships, am I going to get a new job? Am I going to get the house? That sort of thing. More of light one question readings. Then you want to definitely ask those questions tonight. Do you want to know about a pet? Tonight's the night to talk about pets. And from there, you can ask questions or see if Deb can channel your pet. You want to channel a loved one, you can do that as well tonight. What you cannot do is, first of all, it's called one question reading, not 3 question readings, okay? And right? No offense to anybody,
it gets
but
a little lengthy.
Yeah, sometimes, that's why we go to her website and we schedule readings, because this is an hors d'oeuvre, not the main course. But then also, we're not talking politics tonight, and we are not talking. Deb is not a lawyer. She doesn't talk legal. She doesn't give legal advice. She is not a doctor. She is not a physician. So we're not doing any medical either. But with that being said, put your questions into the comments, because we would love to be able to help you in any way. And also, you can call in. If you call in, you get to the front of the line. You call in 952-946-6205. 952-946-6205. We've had many people call in to ask Deb a question. It's not scary. It's very nice. It's very, and that is actually where you can get a little bit of a back and forth with Deb, because Deb will have follow-up questions. So, you want to do that. And I highly recommend it. In fact, that's where we're going to start tonight, Deb. We're going to go to the phones. We have Kim. Kim, how are you doing tonight? Welcome to GhostBox Radio.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
Hi, Deb.
Hi, Kim. How are you?
I'm okay. I was hoping that you could try to channel a loved one.
Sure. Can I have the name of the loved one that you would like to speak with, please?
Zakari.
Was this a son or a daughter of yours?
My son.
Okay. Well, it feels like I feel like mom, I'm okay. And I was like, okay, this is definitely either a son or a daughter. Um, we are getting this energy that is coming in that is so very sorry for his choices. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. And he wants you to know that there was nothing that you could have done differently, and that the choices that he made were because of his own doing, and that he wants you to stop getting down on yourself and criticizing yourself and pressing yourself down. And he says to us that there's so much life for you to live, and he wants you to stop focusing on what isn't, and he wants you to focus on what is still here, and all the people that are here that do love you, because he says to me that you're stuck.
Hmm.
Do you understand what we're saying?
Yeah.
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 And he says there's so much life for you to live.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're
Kim,
so welcome. I'm so sorry for your loss.
yeah, I'm so sorry for your loss, Kim,
Thank-
but I hope that this helps in some way.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll be tuning in and reach out on the website as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
we could do a full reading. He was a really quirky character too. He was funny.
Yeah, he was.
That's
He's trying to get me to make you laugh right now. And I'm just like, hang on. I know that she'll be reaching out. I know we'll be talking again.
that's great.
Yep.
That's
All
fantastic.
righty. Thank you
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you, Kim. All righty. And that's how it works, folks. Kim mentioned that she's going to go to the website and book. And to do so, you go to refinedivinepsychic.com and you can book any number of ways. There's a lot of different ways you can book a reading. Also, I would recommend that you go there to check out the retreats that Deb and Dave are putting on, as well as classes. And they're doing a cruise in November, which is pretty exciting. Even more exciting, I'm going to be there. So
That's right.
that
You
is
get a
about
tooth
me.
per one on that cruise. You get a
Right.
Greg and a Debbie.
But I don't know. I might have just dropped sales for you. I'm not 100% certain. We'll see. We'll see. But the plan is to do the show from there. But there's also going to be it's a 5-day cruise, right?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
2 of those days while we're at sea is a retreat, a spiritual
That's
retreat.
right. Yep, from
So-
11 to 4 is a spiritual retreat on the 2 sea days. The day that we cruise out to Cozumel and the day that we're coming back from Progresso, we're going to be the retreat days. And so from 11 to 4, we're going to be discovering our soulful self and tapping into our psychic abilities. And I teach you how to tap into those psychic abilities and how to obtain those. And then we don't miss any of the cruise either. We're still going to the Maya ruins. We're going to Cozumel, Progresso. We get to go to the casinos and all the shows, because from 11 to 4 is really just that downtime throughout the cruise. So I
Yep.
planned it just perfectly so we're not missing anything.
Absolutely. And it's really for our end, for the GhostBox stuff, we might even pre-record from the Mayan ruins.
Oh my
who
God.
knows?
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
could channel right there while we're there too.
Yeah,
I mean, it's going to be great.
absolutely.
And you could use your ghost box. We could do all
I
kinds
sure
of things.
can. We can do a lot of things. I know what we're going to do right now. We're going to take our first break. We have, I believe that's Renee on the line waiting to talk. We'll talk to her. We got folks like Joshua, James, other people in the comments ready. We're loaded here. We're ready to go. I'm excited. Call in, do what you need to, but we want to get your questions on the air. We're taking our first break. When we come back, more Psychic Medium Refined Divine. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950. Greg Bakun here. I love historic tours of Minneapolis and seeing everything it has to offer. But if you know me, I like to include a little spooky in my tours, which is why I found the perfect combination. Minneapolis Trolley Tours does this amazing candlelight ghost tour that you have to check out. It's an extremely immersive experience. It's a trolley trip that starts out at a haunted mansion, traveling around Minneapolis locations exposing ghost stories that the public and business owners would rather left untold. Then a tour of the aforementioned haunted mansion where ghosts of past residents from the 1800s reside, plus a lot of surprises to discover. Next, experience Gertrude's After Hours. Did I mention Gertrude is the mansion's most famous ghost? Maybe she'll show up. And you finish up the tour at Gertrude's Lounge in the haunted basement of the mansion with refreshments and Q&A. The trolleys are climate controlled and the mansion is restored to perfection. Check out MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for more information. Greg Bakun here. I've told you about the out-of-the-world roast beef sandwiches at Maverick's Real Roast Beef, but I haven't told you about their Philly steak sandwiches, turkey bacon avocado sandwich, BLT, crispy chicken, fish sandwiches, brisket, or pulled pork. Okay, you get the idea. They make a lot of delicious food to the same standard as their famous roast beef sandwiches, and now I'm starving. I'm going to go to Maverick's Real Roast Beef off Lexington and Roseville, and you need to go too. Check out their menu at mavericksbeef.com.
If you own a holistic or metaphysical business and are looking to expand, then you need to be listed on metamorphosisconnections.com. It's a network where you can grow with like-minded practitioners and reach new clients. Metamorphosisconnections.com is an online directory you need to list yourself and your business. Our platform makes it easy for you to create listings of your products and services, and you can also choose to list your classes, events, and so much more. Metamorphosisconnections.com helps you create weekly and monthly promotional ads targeted towards your potential clients and promotes them for you via social media and newsletter. There are clients searching for your specialty right now. Let us help them find you. Start your listing today so you can share your own unique gifts and talents by finding the level of membership that best fits your needs. Let us help you reach your clients that are searching for what you do. Visit metamorphosisconnections.com and sign up today.
Are you one of thousands of individuals who know you have psychic abilities but don't know how to tap into your higher self? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who offers classes that can help you reach your goals. Refined Divine holds classes Monday and Thursday at her 2 locations and via Zoom. Classes consist of manifestation, learning psychic abilities, shadow work, and healing trauma. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
This is Psychic Medium Deb. You can go to refineddivinepsychic.com.
And welcome back to GhostBox Radio on AM 950. My name is Greg Bakun. I'd really appreciate you joining in tonight. I just want to say, if you are currently watching this on the GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun Facebook page, I'd consider asking you all to, if possible, send me some stars, okay? I'm going to be very honest. Stars are like 2 to 3 cents a star or something like that. What it does is twofold. You know, don't worry, I'm not going to get rich off of it, but it's going to do is going to change the algorithm for Facebook. It's going to be able to help us get out there more. And that's really what we want to do. And we want to be able to promote wonderful people like Deb and other guests that we have on and getting ourselves out there more. And Deb is very much is a poster child to how to do that. And she's been very successful in that. And we're just going to be copycats and try to be successful in that too. You know, that's how it goes.
That's
Deb.
okay. Whatever works. I say the pattern. If the pattern works, repeat the pattern. And, you know, if it brings us success, it can bring you success too. And that's exactly what we teach in a lot of our classes too. Exactly my patterns, what I do, how you can replicate them on your own. Now, we're not going to be the same psychic medium Debbie ever is, but you're going to be your own platform that you can take that pattern and make it work for you. You know, it's like people really feel comfortable here, Greg, on GhostBox. Like, this is a place where they can be themselves and they can share their experiences. They can be who they truly are, which is that spiritual, metaphysical person that is driven by all of this greatness of the other side, right? And there's not a lot of places right now that you can be yourself with that. And so I think that this radio show, all these different platforms that you have is just absolutely phenomenal. And more people need to be able to find stuff like this so that they can feel like they're a part of something.
I appreciate that very much, and I agree. You know, all joking aside, we have striven, we have strided to make this a safe place. I was telling someone on the phone today, calling in about the station, and they have experienced stuff, and they're always afraid to talk about it. It's like
Right.
everybody is welcome here. There is no lifestyle and no experience that we would ever turn away. So, and
No,
would ever,
absolutely not.
ever stop on.
And if anybody ever wants help with that, we also could do one questions on that. If you have a ghost experience or a story that you've always wondered, why did this happen, or what happened, or who was this that came to me, or anything that has to do with stuff like that, we're okay with answering questions about that too. It doesn't have to be somebody close to you. It can be an experience, because I'm completely clairvoyant. I can tap into all time frames and dimensions. So I can go in the past, and I can also multidimensional travel and figure out who, what, where, when, and all the things.
Absolutely. And just before we get back to the one question readings, I want to remind folks, first of all, speaking of Facebook, make your way over to Refined Divine Psychic Medium. That's Refined Divine Psychic Medium. If you haven't done so, just go there, like the page. You can follow it. You can see where Deb is going to be at any given time. She's doing events every weekend. So you want to keep up with it, because whether or not that she's close by or not, she's going to be close at some point. You're going to be able to go see her, or you can make the journey out there. And once again, go over to refineddivinepsychic.com. Sign up for readings, a full reading. Like I said, this is an hors d'oeuvre. Sign up for classes, check out the cruise, check out the retreats. A lot of stuff, Deb. It's really fun to see everything that you and Dave have going on. I congratulations to both of you for really just opening all of this up and doing so well and getting so many helping so many people. I really appreciate seeing that.
It's a wonderful life, I'll tell you that. It just comes down to really living like a passion driven, fulfilled life. And that's what we always want to show everybody else that they can do too. It's just about really doing what you love and living what you love. And then everything else falls into place.
Absolutely. Well, let's get to some one question readings. We are starting to get people backed up here. Folks in the comments,
Sure.
we love you, but all of our lines are full. So if you want to get to us tonight, you may want to consider calling in. We're going to go over to Renee right now, or is Renee gone now? Is Adam?
I'm right here.
Oh, Renee, am I saying that right? Because I wasn't sure about the spelling, at least that Adam put into the comments. Is it Renee?
Oh, I was just talking to you earlier tonight.
Oh, it's okay. Well, my gosh, it's you. Well, you're the star of the star of Ghost Stories and Beyond tonight. How are you doing since the last 5 minutes we saw each other? Anything new? Anything change? Okay, good.
Well, I have a question. I have a question.
Yes.
I have a cat that I mentioned tonight. That the cat sees ghosts. I'm wondering if it sees a pet who passed away earlier this year. The pet who passed away was not a cat, and this is a cat that is possibly seeing something. And I'm wondering if you can tell me if the cat is indeed seeing a ghost pet.
Was there a medium-sized dog that had passed?
No, it was not a dog.
Okay. There's a medium-sized dog that often is around you. Is this a dog that you owned earlier in life?
No.
You didn't own any dogs?
I have never owned any dog, no.
Huh. There is a medium-sized dog that we are having come forth. I'm not sure if this is something that's related to somebody in the house or somebody specifically that's around you, but that's exactly what came forth as soon as you said, what does the cat look at, or what is the cat seeing?
Okay.
Interesting.
Not what I expected.
It never is. We don't ever look for what is that we think it is. We just tell you exactly what we see and how we see it. And that's what I see, a medium-sized dog that comes forth. And it looks like it's shaggy. It has different colored hair to it. It doesn't look like it's very short hair or long hair. It's like a medium hair and a medium size. A little bit bigger than above the knee.
I don't know whose dog that is or where it came from, because I've never seen that dog anywhere that I know of, and no dog like that has ever lived in this house, so it would have to
Huh.
have been coming from somewhere else.
Yeah, maybe something else or somewhere else. I don't know. That's exactly what I see when I look into the cat's energy.
Wow.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Could the I'm just gonna ask a question here. Could the dog be like from a long time ago? I mean, a long time ago.
The dog can be from anywhere.
I
Like
mean,
yeah. So what I saw was when I looked into the cat's energy, she said, "Is it seeing something?" Literally, that's exactly what the cat shown me. And so I don't know if this is
Hmm.
something from the cat's existence or if this is something from their existence, but that's what it's seeing.
Hmm.
wow,
Okay.
there you
Neither here
go.
nor there.
Well, it's not a dead pet then. At least not my dead pet.
Not your dead pet.
Well, it could be
No.
it could be the dead dog you never took care of because you didn't even know it existed. So I mean, well done, Renee. Renee, did you have fun tonight?
Yeah, it was very fun.
Good. I'm glad. I'm
Thank
glad.
you.
I'm glad you were able to sell a couple books and everyone was very engaged with you tonight. So thank you for coming out to Ghost Stories. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it was fun. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. So Renee, you've given a kind of a bewildered sort of reading for Renee. So we got that. No, I know you're not. I know. So moving on, there's more callers. And once again, folks, if you want to get your reading read tonight, it's probably a good idea to call in 952-946-6205, 952-946-6205. We got Carrie on the line. Carrie, how are you doing tonight?
Good.
Probably a good idea to call in.
I don't know. Do you have the audio up on the radio or the computer?
I do.
Can you turn it down because we're getting a
Oh,
feedback?
yes, I could. Just a
Thank you.
second.
I don't know. Do you have the audio up on the?
Okay, is that better?
Yeah, it's always hard. It's always kind of frightening to hear your own voice. I never like hearing it. So
Okay.
anyway, you got a question for Deb tonight.
Yes. I just want a general message from a spirit guide. Anything that comes to mind.
It seems like you've been dealing a lot with struggling with your body. Is this pain?
Yes.
Yeah. So they're talking to us about understanding that emotional pain can become physical pain. And they want you to know that there's some stuff that needs to be taken care of because we feel as soon as you start talking to us, we feel like a pressure in our lungs and we feel like our body is just heavy with pain. And the guides are saying to us that there's some emotional stuff that needs to be let go from the past. And they're really trying to get you to sit with this and to know that releasing some of this past emotional trauma can release some of this pain and discomfort that you're going through, Carrie.
Well, this is spot on. So I will definitely be contacting you for a full reading.
Yeah, and we can definitely help you with this because they're really loud. They've been trying to send you messages for quite some time, but you know that.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
I
we'll
do.
see you soon. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Carrie. Appreciate it. And once again, as Carrie said that she's going to do a reading, make sure if you are interested in doing a reading, go to refinedivinepsychic.com. Schedule your reading today. We are moving on, trying to figure out these unique spellings of names that Adam has bestowed upon me tonight. Is that Maureen? Is that
it's Maureen? Yeah, or Mo, whatever you want to call her.
That's by the way, that's not how you spell that name, but we'll do a spelling class later on.
Like I said, you try to type with one hand while keeping your finger on Deb's dump button.
All I'm trying to do is run a show effectively, and you're not helping me. So, Maureen, welcome to GhostBox Radio. How are you doing tonight?
Hello, I met you for the first time tonight as well.
Well, so what do you got for Deb tonight?
I have a pet question, or a pet. We had to put a pet down, and I'm just wondering, it's a difficult thing to ask, but is it okay? Did we do it at the right time?
Were they ready? I keep getting, I was ready. I was ready. I was ready.
Okay. We thought
Yeah,
so,
very.
but, you know,
Go ahead.
it's
Go
just
ahead,
so
Maureen.
hard. Yeah. You know, it just, I wanted to make sure because we thought that's what, like when we looked into his eyes, that's what we
Mhm.
thought. But
Yeah, well, he was in a lot
I
of
just wanted
pain,
to make
a lot of
sure.
pain, a lot of discomfort.
Yeah.
You saw it in the walking. He shows me like the slower walking and laying down because of the pain.
Yeah.
Like this. And then
Yeah.
the pain, he's showing me his eyes deep in pain and like
Yep.
this, please, mom, help me. And that's what you felt. And he
Yes.
wants you to know that that was real. And he's so very thankful for everything that you did. He literally shows me you treated him like a baby.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was your kid. Yeah, and he's
Yes.
just so thankful. And you rescued him.
Yes.
Yeah, he shows me
Yeah.
like you rescued
Well,
him.
he rescued us. He found us, and my husband
Yeah.
did not want a cat, and turned him into a cat lover, and now we've rescued others. So he started a trend in this house. So I'm
Yeah,
so thankful. It's
It,
just, it just weighs on you, that
Absolutely.
yeah,
did we do
yeah,
the right
and
thing at the
he's
right time?
so thankful that you took the pain away because he was very miserable, very miserable.
Okay.
Now,
Thank you
Yeah.
so
now,
very much.
did you say we talked tonight? You're at Ghost Stories tonight?
I was.
And we were
I'm the one from
talking
New
at the very end. We talked at the very end, right?
You are correct. Yes.
So it was your first Ghost Stories, wasn't it?
It was my first Ghost Stories. It was.
Was it good? Did you enjoy it? Wow, okay. You still with us, or you just don't want to talk about it any longer?
I think they're gone because all my lines just started ringing again.
Oh my gosh. It's just like, did you have a good time? Hello?
More flatline.
Well, that's what I get for trying to be friendly to people. I've been told before, don't even try. And, that's what happens every single time. Why don't we do this? While that's being figured out, let's get one question in. Let's from the comments. Okay.
Sure.
Let me get one, and then we'll take a break. Let me find one here. There's one in particular that I want to get to, and I just want to make sure that someone is getting help. Joshua, does Deb see things getting better for me in general?
Joshua, it looks like you've been doing a lot of self-help and like trying to figure out who you truly really are and what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And so our guides say to us that remember that it's more allowing things to happen for you than forcing. And so the allowing will allow things to come to you naturally. When we force, you have to remember that the universe hears force. So when we force, the universe forces away. And so we have to allow things to come to us naturally. And I feel like you'd get a lot more growth and feeling a lot better about things if we just learn to just allow.
Okay. All right. And that's hopefully, Joshua, that helps you. And just so I understand, Adam, did we lose Lorraine then?
Yeah, we did. We lost her at the end. Yeah.
Did everyone just kind of disappear for some like technical glitch or something, do you think?
Yeah, and now I've got two more on the line. So the other two that we're holding before our phone decided just to drop everybody, please try to call back. But I've still got two more on the line.
And so we're going to take a break. We have Barbara and then we have Linda coming up. If you want to call in, definitely please do so. 952-946-6205. 952-946-6205. It's Wednesday. That means one question readings with psychic medium, refined divine Deb. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950.
Reach your highest level of consciousness and well-being with metamorphosisconnections.com. Metamorphosisconnections.com is an online directory of the best holistic and metaphysical practitioners to help you make your most informed choices. You can search metamorphosisconnections.com for classes, events, wellness and life coaches, plus metaphysical products and shops. You can also search for a wide array of healers from all modalities, including EFT, sound healing, energy healing, light therapy, ancestral healing, shamanic healing, reflexology, past life regressions, hypnotherapy, yoga, and more. And if you're not sure where to start, the search feature on metamorphosisconnections.com is tailored to help both those who know what they are looking for and those who are just starting. Come explore the possibilities for your higher self by visiting metamorphosisconnections.com. Their experienced practitioners can guide both beginners and those that are already on their spiritual journey. That's metamorphosisconnection.com, your link to direct you on your spiritual transformation.
Have you ever met someone who not only can help you on a deep spiritual level, but also potentially change your life? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who travels the nation and lives right here in the Midwest. And she offers mediumship, mentorship, house and business parties, energy healing, palm readings, and so much more. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
Hi, this is Psychic Medium Deb. I cannot wait to hear from you. You can go to refineddivinepsychic.com.
Greg Bakun here. Like you, I love good, fresh, delicious food. So I want to tell you about this treasure in Roseville called Maverick's Real Roast Beef. Maverick's has the best roast beef sandwiches I've ever had. Made fresh every order. Add fries or onion rings dropped in the fryer when ordered, and you have a winning combination. Maverick's Real Roast Beef has a lot more than roast beef, so check out their website, mavericksbeef.com, or check out their restaurant on Lexington in Roseville.
Greg Bakun here. I love historic tours of Minneapolis and seeing everything it has to offer. But if you know me, I like to include a little spooky in my tours, which is why I found the perfect combination. Minneapolis Trolley Tours does this amazing candlelight ghost tour that you have to check out. It's an extremely immersive experience. It's a trolley trip that starts out at a haunted mansion, traveling around Minneapolis locations, exposing ghost stories that the public and business owners would rather left untold. Then a tour of the aforementioned haunted mansion where ghosts of past residents from the 1800s reside, plus a lot of surprises to discover. Next, experience Gertrude's After Hours. Did I mention Gertrude is the mansion's most famous ghost? Maybe she'll show up. And you finish up the tour at Gertrude's Lounge in the haunted basement of the mansion with refreshments and Q&A. The trolleys are climate controlled and the mansion is restored to perfection. Check out MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for more information. And join me tomorrow on GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun. We're going to do a replay from December of 2024, and it's going to be an episode where we had both psychic medium Rob Guttrow and Monique Toussoun on talking about, at their time, new book, Haunting of Emery State. It's a fantastic episode talking about a real cool haunted location. I adore Rob. I had never had the chance to speak with Monique Toussoun before, but was fantastic. And so that's tomorrow. And then, of course, as always, we finish up the week with Casual Friday. We are doing one question readings tonight, though, with Psychic Medium, Refined Divine. And it's been quite the evening so far, to be honest. And before we get back to it, Deb, where are you going to be at this weekend?
We are going to be in Sun Prairie. Is that right? On Saturday. And we're going to be in Baraboo on Sunday. We're going to be at the elementary school on Saturday in Sun Prairie. I know. It's like going to bring back some memories. And then I'm going to be at the casino on Sunday. And I am the 11 o'clock gallery for both of those Rooted Holistic and Wellness fairs. You can get the tickets now. They are at the rootedholisticandwellness.com. And so you can purchase your tickets. And I can't wait to see you guys.
That will be fun. And I need to get to that elementary school at some point, just because it sounds incredible. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. Just as we follow up, on a couple things, Joshua said, thank you so much. Glad you're feeling better. So that's good. Courtney says, as far as the phone situation, she says, you scared them off, Greg. And I have proof that I did not. As Maureen writes in the comments, I did not mean to ghost you. The call dropped because our equipment is 300 years old. Alexander Graham Bell actually put the phone into the station itself. We had a great time tonight at Billy's. Can't wait for the next month. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that very much. So why don't we go to the phones and pick up, because apparently they're working at the moment. We have Barbara on the phone. How are you doing tonight, Barbara?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Thank you for calling in. Do you got a question for Deb tonight?
I do. I've been having a lot of health problems about the last 5 years. some very serious issues that are getting much better. It's a slow process. And I just wondered if everything that I'm doing is the right path I should be on, or do I need to take another route with, say, different doctors, or is there just something that I'm missing? It's not just
And
one
so
issue with me, it's several.
And so I don't usually deal with health issues on the Ghost Box because Greg doesn't want me to be a doctor and I'm not a doctor. But I can tell you this, that when I look into your aura and I look at everything that you've dealt with, I know that you've basically been through hell and back. And it has really taken a lot of out of who you truly were and who you're meant to be here, because you have so much to offer people that it just feels like your energy is depleted through all of this. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. And so they want you to know to not give up hope and that there is a lot more out there that you can do. The best book I would love to suggest to you is right on Amazon. It's a $30 book, Encyclopedia of Ailments and Diseases. If you send me a message on my website, I can actually send you a screenshot of the book to help you find this. And this is a book that tells you how to look up your ailments and diseases and how we create them and then how to uncreate them. And I would love to share it with you. I really believe it could really bring you some great healing.
Thank you. I do feel that I'm eventually going to get to where I want to be. I feel my angels and guides, and I get messages. So
Yeah, they
not
are
giving
they
up
are
hope.
rooting for you for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. There's just this
Okay.
small piece that we believe that would really help you.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, have a good night.
Barbara, we appreciate it. And also keep us informed on your progression and health. We'd really like to know that. So hope everything.
I will do that.
Alrighty. Take care, Barbara.
Thank you.
Alrighty. We move on. We're going to go to the phone lines once again. If you want to get right to us, 952-946-6205, 952-946-6205. You can also put your questions in the comment section. We go back to the phones. We have Linda. Linda, how are you doing tonight?
Well, I was right up there in the energy, and then all of a sudden I got triggered. I'm in the middle of grieving for Carl, but in the past week and a half, I've been getting messages from overhearing conversations and seeing things play on the internet, and they are the symptoms of it's either ADHD or PTSD, and I'm thinking that maybe I need to do a past life regression to address it and get more deeper into what's really the bottom issue there.
Mm-hmm. And so as you hear the messages, they seem very amplified, right? Like when you overhear people speaking, you almost feel like that part of the conversation is amplified and meant for you, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's like
Mhm.
that. Yeah.
Yep. That's exactly what's happening. So Carl is trying to get you to hear the pieces of the conversation because this is how he's communicating best with you.
Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And he says to us that the conversations that you're overhearing are about, being strengthful and strong and about having hope and being hopeful and happy. Yes?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Very, very high frequency attitude.
Yep. Because he's trying to say it's okay. It's okay. He says to me, it's okay. And it's like he's just trying to get you to hear that everything is okay. He promises that there's no need to worry.
Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you. All righty.
Yeah, you're
I'll talk to
welcome.
you guys later.
Linda, I'm so sorry to hear about Carl.
Thanks, Greg. I appreciate it. And everybody else who's been helping me out. It's really been a blessing, really, really. So, okay, I'll get it together.
Nope. Reach out if you need anything, okay?
All righty.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
All righty. So that's and Linda's very in tune. So it's you know,
Mhm.
and you can really is there something is there something with just everything in general where stuff like this is that's happening to Linda. I mean, and this is not on the same level as Linda, but what I've been getting with Linus lately, it's been a lot of Linus lately. Is there something going on that our loved ones are coming through more amplified?
Oh, yeah. My readings, I mean, we're always stellar because we're a conduit to God and it just, flows
Yeah.
through us. But as of late, they have been so descriptive and so powerful and so straightforward. Like it is unmistakable exactly
Yeah.
what it is. Like we did a reading for a baby just a couple days ago and I can't not remember it because it was so impactful and that was brought right out of my channeling because the baby were showing us the exact locket that the mama had picked out for him and his picture was in it and the color of it and the shape of it and what his little fingers looked like and how she used to hold them. Like the reading was so in depth in such great detail that it was just phenomenal.
Wow.
Just phenomenal. Very detailed. And we get detailed readings, but here and there, different spirits communicate in different ways. But I'm telling you, this week it has been just so powerful all week long.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, what a great message for and it's felt like what you told Linda was validation that she was there, right? And that you were able
Absolutely.
to
Well,
take
because
her
he
past
he
the
was
finish
showing
line there.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was showing me that he's amplifying clips of people's conversations. Uh-huh.
absolutely.
That's exactly what he was doing.
That's incredible. Let's go to the comments section. We have about 4 minutes left here. Madam X says, will my dad and I reconcile? And what strings are attached for him or myself?
There's quite a bit of forgivenesses that need to happen here. It feels like there's some emotions and some triggers from his past that is bringing forth what you guys are currently dealing with, and so we need to get rid of these ties and to start over and make things anew. Forgivenesses need to happen, and we don't forgive because what happened wasn't right. We forgive because we deserve to be released from these ties, and so to release these ties, that's exactly what needs to happen. People think often that we need, religious like sayings or seances and cutting cords and all the things, but really it just is that release of energy from your heart and the starting over process of that person with renewal.
Very cool. Very cool. Madam X, I hope that that helps you, and I hope that you get to where you and him need to be. Okay, let's put it that way. Damien asks the question, who is the one that's showing me things in my dreams I seem to be misinterpreting?
We actually do dream interpretation now too. We have a new service that we're offering, $35 written dream interpretation. That's a good time to offer that and bring that up. It feels like the dream is because of your frequency level. For whatever reason, you've aligned with something that's sending dreams. And so we want to sage. Get rid of that energy because that's not wanted and raise up your frequency level because you wouldn't be down here aligned with the dreams, so we need to come up.
Okay. Okay. Damien, I'm curious to know what you think about that. If you're still around, please put that into the comments. Let me see here. Ashley asked the question, what is my psychic ability?
Well, there's a lot of things that go into that, Ashley. First and foremost, you're very in tune to other people. It's like literally when you're texting them, you can feel what they're texting before they text it. So a lot of telepathy in there and a lot of emotional connection. And there's all kinds of things that we could talk about with that, but that's basically what you're doing and experiencing right now.
Absolutely. And here's the thing, that I feel like I'm going to get to another question here. I'm not gonna, I was going to kind of talk about some stuff, but Savannah has a question. I want to make sure we get it in. We have about a minute and a half left. She asked the question, will we get a new house?
Yes. Yes.
Now I know it's one question reading, but I'm going to add, if I may, add a follow up to it. Do you know a time frame?
It looks like that you're currently looking, and it looks like a couple months.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. We do this every month, or every other week, excuse me. And the way it looks right now, that you are going to be back with us on the, oh my gosh, it seems like years away. You're going to be back with us on the 16th. That's a long way away, but today's the 2nd. But you're going to be back on the 8th talking about experiences as well. And that's always fun too. I always love that. And once again, folks, you heard a lot of great readings tonight. Those are just one questions. Go to refinedivinepsychic.com. Honestly, not trying to turn this into a sales pitch, but honestly, there's a lot of you out there that have questions. You want healing. The ones who've asked questions tonight, that's just one question. There's so many more. Go to refinedivinepsychic.com. Set up a meeting. Set up a reading. Go and check out the retreats. Check out the cruise. It's very affordable. And go and check out the classes as well. Deb,
and we
this
do
is
payment
fun.
plans.
And payment plans. And somebody can help you find your way to Galveston as well.
Yes, we have a personal person that's taking care of everybody's travels.
Absolutely. So Deb will be back on the 16th. We'll be back tomorrow talking about Emory State. Everyone, have a fantastic night. Good night.
Hey, Minnesota, it's Brad